We all know what goes in our mouth can have an impact on our oral health. But are we connecting the dots to just how important our mouth really is? Today, we're going to connect some of those dots. Why is your mouth important? How your mouth is a gateway into your body, and what you can do to keep not only your mouth healthy, but your body healthy. Let's get to it. We know our body is one connected system, yet we treat ourselves as separate working parts that make up a whole. This is what we were taught as children. It's how the medical community still deals with health issues even today. If you go to the doctor for a specific concern, the symptoms are treated. You're generally given a pill and sent on your way. Very seldom does a doctor utilize the whole health approach and look at your entire body, connecting illnesses and symptoms that you're experiencing. When I had my breast cancer, they never asked what was happening in my mouth. Yet I was having bleeding gums, which is how and why I was so persistent and how I found the breast cancer. So breast cancer taught me a whole lot in how we're not connecting the dots. Unfortunately, root causes are not addressed. For people all over the world are suffering needlessly because we're not looking at these things. Our mouth is an entry point into our digestive and respiratory systems, and the bacteria in your mouth can have a cause and effect on diseases in your body. Before we connect the dots, if you haven't done so already, click the button to subscribe. I create videos like this every week, connecting the health of our mouth to our overall health and action steps you can take to live a healthier life. All right, so let's connect the dots. When it comes to your health and well-being, it's crucial to remember we're all connected from the top of our head to the tips of our toes. The human body is a complex puzzle. One part is linked to all the others. In regards to oral health, good oral hygiene involves much more than just brushing and flossing your teeth. It's impossible to be fully healthy if your mouth is not healthy. Knowing where your tongue is, how are you breathing? These are all important signs. The oral systemic health is connected to our overall health and well-being. Studies show that people with very poor oral health usually have some type of chronic illness, so it's all connected. Our mouth is a window into our body, just like our cars. If something goes wrong with one part of our car, there's a ripple effect to the rest of the car a lot of times. Many people don't realize that what's happening in their mouth has detrimental effects on the rest of their body. Dental disease is silent. Most people don't even know they have it. Even bleeding in the mouth goes untreated, but if we had bleeding anywhere else in the body, we would see a doctor to stop it. Let's take our car, for example. We take better care of our cars than our body. Take a moment and imagine your dream car. Picture yourself driving on a sunny day. You worked hard to afford this car. You're taking care of it, putting in the high quality gasoline, taking it to the dealership for regular maintenance, washing the car, vacuuming it out. You keep the tires in good condition. You get new ones when it's recommended if they wear out, so you can drive safe, right? You do all this because if you didn't, you wouldn't have this beautiful car anymore. It goes without saying that if a tire went flat, the car wouldn't drive. If you put sugar in the gas tank, the car wouldn't drive much longer. But we don't seem to make that connection when we're talking about our bodies. Most of us will have many cars in a lifetime. I've had 4 so far, but you only get one body. How do you take care of yours? Do you give it when it needs to keep going? Do you give your body oxygen, water, nutrition, enough sleep, and the respect it deserves to keep going and keep you healthy and live a healthier life? Many oral concerns like bleeding gums, sores, swollen gums, dry mouth problems, they're all signs of a bigger problem. Gum disease is a very common dental problem. 64 million people have it. Doesn't mean it's normal. If your teeth aren't properly cared for, they develop infections. If not treated, these infections move throughout your whole body and cause a wide range of different things happening in your body. Gum disease is linked to heart disease, certain types of cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, kidney disease, prenatal complications, low birth rate, stroke, inflammation, osteoporosis, leukemia. All of these things have an effect on your body. And what's happening in your mouth can exacerbate those conditions, make them worse, or can be a sign that you have these conditions that are undiagnosed. Where's the pain, right? No pain, no problem. Unfortunately, that's how people see their mouths. We don't go to a dentist until we're in pain, and by that time, it's too late. You're probably going to lose a tooth or need a root canal, which can cause even more problems. an abscess, an infection are not good. They can fester, not only in your mouth, but all of that bacteria can get into your bloodstream, wreaking havoc on your health. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the US, and it has to do with our habits, our diets, and how we breathe. Periodontal disease affects 64 million people. Those two things are absolutely connected. And it's no wonder heart disease is the leading cause of death, because that bacteria in your mouth gets into your bloodstream. And when they've done autopsies, they found out the bacteria that are accumulating in your arteries and the plaque building on the wall is the same plaque that's in your mouth. Let's take Brad, for example. He went to the dentist for a routine dental visit. He was tired, his gums were bleeding. His dentist looked at his gums and said, "You need to see a doctor right away." He had a rare form of leukemia. That dental visit saved his life. I did an interview with Brad before the pandemic. You can watch that, but he's just proof of how all this is connected and how going to the dentist can save your life. Listening to your body, not ignoring. He listened to the fact that he was getting blood on his pillow. He knew it wasn't normal and he did something about it. If he didn't, he probably wouldn't be here today to see his grandkids. The mouth is definitely a gateway into your body. You might not know this, but the health of your mouth can impact the rest of your body. Your mouth is full of bacteria, good and bad. That bacteria, when you brush and have bleeding gums, enters into your bloodstream and spreads in different parts of your body. So anything that enters your mouth enters your bloodstream. It affects everything. The food that you eat passes through your mouth. You chew it. It goes down your throat, down your esophagus, intestines, in your stomach, digest, and hopefully you absorb the nutrients from these foods that you eat. Our body has a system, but you need all of it to function properly in order to get the nutrients you need and the energy you need. Breathing through your nose gives you nitric oxide. That's really important to your body and how it functions. We have to remember what goes in our mouth goes in our body. Oral health is one of the leading indicators of what's going on in your body. Health, diet, nutrition, breathing, good oral hygiene. It affects speaking, smiling, eating, how you smell. Not how you smell, but what you smell. It can affect even getting jobs. It can have serious consequences and costs on your pocketbook and your health. According to the American Dental Association, 1 out of 5 adults with poor oral conditions could affect their ability to get a job. Let's face it, people judge you by how you look, whether we like it or not. We're judged by our appearance. So there's many things that impact your oral health that you can control. Diet, habits, breathing, pH, going to the dentist. Cavities are the most common chronic preventable childhood disease. However, it's not something that we talk about. And it doesn't mean your kids are inevitable to getting cavities. Our habits affect us and put us at risk. Despite scientific knowledge, it still remains there's a gap between the medical community and the dental profession. We still treat our head and our mouth separate from our body. Oral health care has historically been in private practice, but now we're starting to see how important the mouth is, and we're going outside to get care to individuals. We're going to schools, but we're still not connecting the dots of how airway and breathing is connected, and we're not looking at that. Even though we know our mouth is connected to our body, we still treat everything separately. Separate insurance systems, separate electronic records when it comes to our mouth and our body. We coordinate care separately. Our doctors and physicians don't always talk to our dentists to find out what's going on in our body. My cancer doctor didn't care about the health of my mouth or want to talk to my dentist. There's a lack of education on the subject or even anyone caring about it. This is why it's important that we are our own healthcare advocate. We listen to our body. Why is our mouth important? If you need heart surgery, your doctor won't even do a procedure on you until you've seen a dentist and you've been cleared and your mouth is healthy. We know the bacteria in our mouth affects the rest of our body, and we need to dig into the root cause without just prescribing medications and antibiotics. If you had an open wound on your body, you would see a doctor for it. We let problems in our mouth go because there's no pain. No pain, no problem, right? How can you keep your mouth healthy? Fortunately, it's easy to keep your mouth healthy. It's one of the easiest things you can do. And it's one of the most important things you can do besides breathing through your nose. But yet, not everyone knows how to clean their teeth. Not everyone knows you should angle your toothbrush at a 45-degree angle and get those bristles up under your gums to stimulate and disrupt the bacteria that's below the gum line in your mouth. We don't spend enough time taking care of our teeth. Most people spend less than 1 minute once a day brushing their teeth. We should spend a couple minutes twice a day, less than 10 minutes. Every 12 hours, we need to disrupt that bacteria in our mouth so it doesn't get into our bloodstream. Flossing in between, using a water pick, watching how you're breathing, making sure you're using your nose to breathe and not your mouth to breathe. Why are you not able to breathe through your nose? We really should check those out, and we should check those out before they become a huge problem. If you're having bleeding gums, don't ignore it. What are you putting in your mouth? Do you have good oral hygiene? What is the pH? You just need to know these things about your mouth, not only to improve your oral health, but to improve your overall health of our teeth and our body. Less than 10 minutes a day, we can take care of our teeth. We spend more time taking care of our car and our houses than we do our body. We can't take care of those things if our body's not healthy. We need to start thinking about these connections and realizing how important our mouth affects our body as a whole. Instead of separating and treating our mouth and our body separate, and instead of treating individual symptoms, we need to look at the root cause in order to live healthier, longer, happier lives. Sharing this knowledge will not only change the future of our generation, but generations to come as we teach our kids these healthy habits. We ultimately live with the consequences and choices of our decisions, good or bad. What we teach our kids, good or bad, what habits they develop, good or bad, what habits they teach their kids, our grandkids. What will you choose? It all starts with our mouth, with our body, with sharing this knowledge and having a healthy mouth and a healthier body to live a happier, healthier life. If this was helpful, please share it. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. That's it. I'm almost done.